Y'all, I think I'm finally getting the hang of TikTok and it's making me so happy. I don't know, about 20 years later. Okay, let's get into this word. So I'm studying the book of First Samuel right now, and I'm really just getting broke off and getting the tea. And for those who don't speak slang, basically I'm just getting new revelation. How you doing? Just about things, right? And for some, it's like, duh, this is so simple that, it's straight to the point. But for those people who's really like getting into the Bible for real, I've always read scriptures, but it's a difference between reading and meditating on the word. Because I promise you, every time you read something, God will tell you something new about it. That's what meditation really is all about. And that's what Revelation is all about. So anyway, I'm reading about the story of Saul. And what I got most from that story is like, you could be chosen. God really could have something for you. But you cannot halfway obey God. You cannot halfway do what God said. When it comes to being a chosen one, you have to be in full submission to the Lord to be truly chosen. You cannot halfway do it. You can't be in that position and be a people pleaser. I don't know who need to hear this, but you really cannot, you got to be okay with people not liking you. You got to be okay with people talking about you. You got to be okay with looking crazy to people. You got to be okay with it, because when you're chosen, the moment you step outside of what God asked you to do, you in big trouble. And God do not play with those people he chooses. I know from personal experience. I remember going through certain things, and I'm like, dang, God, when my friends do this, it ain't even that bad. Why every time I do something, you mollywop me? Like, why every time I do the same thing other people do? Yes, we're all sinning. I'm not saying that I'm any better. But Jesus, why do I have such harsh punishment? And God whispered back like, you knew better. You know better. And I set you apart. That's why I'm dealing with you. Like, yeah, you went through way worse doing the same thing. Because when you're set apart, you belong to God. It's like God being your parent for real. When you and your friends go do something and y'all get into trouble, your mom is not going to get crazy with your friend. She going to get crazy with you because you belong to her. You hers. You get what I'm saying? So that's the same way you have to look at God, like a father for real, like Abba. When you do something and you're chosen, or you know better than something, your dad is not worried about what your friends did. He worried about what you did. So with the story of Saul, Saul was chosen. God chose Saul to be king. God blessed Saul. God helped Saul. God let Saul have his notoriety. He rose to his power. He became king. Like, God did everything he needed to do for Saul. But Saul was a people pleaser. When God told him to kill those people, I think it was the Ammonites. Sorry if I forget the names. When God told him to kill all those people, he wanted to leave back, the sheep and the oxen and the different thing that those people had. Basically, they killed the group of people. God said kill everything moving, the animals, them, the kids, everything. It was a reason that God did it, right? It was a reason that God told him that. But he said, yeah, I kill everything. But the people he was with, like, nah, take their jewelry, take their food. We ain't finna just kill them. We gonna rob them too. But God ain't say to take their stuff. God say get rid of everything. Get rid of everything, every person, right? None of their offerings. Get rid of all of it. It's a reason for it, right? But Saul was a people pleaser. He like, all right, I'm gonna let my boys, go in and run their pockets. I'm just saying this in slang so people can understand these stories. Basically, yeah, we gonna lay them down, but I'm gonna let my friends run their pockets. It wasn't me. They wanted to do it. God said, I'm finna lock you up. You done. You're not king no more, because I told you to do something. So the person who anointed him to be king came back and was like, you defied God. Like, why didn't you do what God said? Good morning. And he's like, I did do what God said. He said, no, you didn't, because God didn't tell you to leave one person. God said, get rid of everybody and everything. Why didn't you do that? And to answer that question, because Saul was a people pleaser. He lost his crown. He lost everything, and everything was given to King David. And the reason for it, he lost his position because he cared more about what people think. He cared more about pleasing the faces of men. He cared more about his notoriety. He cared more about his clout. He cared more about how he looked to people. And because of that, he lost everything to a young kid, shepherd's boy. He lost everything. So don't think that because you're blessed and because you're chosen, that God won't give your crown or give your honor or give your destiny that was supposed to be yours to somebody else. He'll do it because he cannot use nobody who is halfway obedient. You have to be fully submitted to God. And I'm learning that because there's been times where I'm like, I want to do something, but I don't want to make everybody mad. I want to say something, but they're going to be upset with me. And it's been times I know I should have got something and I didn't get it. Same way he did Saul. I've been done that way. Because I knew it was something I should have did and should have said. I should have stood up. I should have cared more about what God thought. So if that's you today, go ahead and repent and turn your heart back to God. And remember, it ain't about what these people think. We all got a mortal body. We're going to die one day. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter how crazy you look. I do not care. People know me and know what I've been through. People have been with me. They know. And guess what? I get on TikTok and I talk about God. I do not care. Do not care. This is a girl who was taken from nothing to something, for real. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care who don't like me. I don't care who think I'm a hypocrite. I don't care who's judging my little outfits because they're not the most modest in the world. I don't care. I don't care. So you got to get to that point if you want to be used by God. All right, I'm finna finish this walk. Y'all have a good day.